What is going on, everybody? I'm back with a new Crossout video, and Happy New Year! We finally entered 2019. Everything is going so good at the moment. Like, you guys are just throwing subscribes at me, which is great, so keep them coming. I really appreciate all of your support. We got so much stuff to do in 2019. We got so many games to play. We got a ton of Crossout to play. Things are just looking so good at the moment, and the video today will be about these aesthetic builds, so to say. Just builds that look good, because one of the things that really is a big challenge in Crossout is creating a build that both looks good but also functions well. And I know it's a big issue for a lot of people that often the most ugly looking builds are the ones that perform the best, because you sort of have to create an ugly build to protect your guns well, with like big boxes and armor everywhere, and that sort of ruins some of the game for me. Now, I know in Clan Wars it's almost impossible to have a perfectly good looking build, because you want to space out your armor and stuff, but you just can't do that if you want a build that also looks good. If you have seen any videos in Crossout, you will see just a huge spider build with the armor just like spaced out as far as possible, so you can take a lot of hits without like taking any hits to your hardware and stuff, which is a necessity. Of course it is, but if you just want to have fun, why not have a build that also looks awesome, like this one that I found on the exhibition, or the build over here, which is also a really neat looking build. Before we start today's video, we have a few things that I want to ask you guys, and these are actually really important, because like it's sort of the future of the channel. First of all, do you guys want me to create a Discord channel? Because I've been asked this a few times, and I'm willing to do it, because I feel like it would be nice to let you guys know whenever I'm gonna stream and stuff. But I also know that there is just a ton of Discords out there already. If someone has a huge following, they will have a Discord. So, like, will you guys use it just for the announcements and stuff, but also to talk to each other if I create a Discord channel? Because that way it will make it easier for me to tell you guys when I stream, because my streams are only semi-planned at the moment. Like, I can plan them a week forward, but I can't give you a timed schedule that says like every Monday we're gonna stream from 8 PM to 10 PM. So that would help me when I stream. But would you guys join it if I created a Discord channel? So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, and yeah, then we'll work with it if you'd like to see a Discord. Now, the next question is, I have a ton of games that I want to play, but I also know that my biggest following is because of Crossout, and I want to keep on making Crossout content, but I play a ton of games and I want to play them with you. So if I post games besides Crossout, will you go and watch those videos? And would you like to see more? And like, that is sort of two questions in one, because would you like to see more, and would you like me to try out games that you might want me to try out? Also, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this. And then I think that pretty much rounds up the questions that I have for you guys. So let's get back on track with today's video, because as you can see, this is a pretty aesthetic build, and I threw on a big Mr. G sticker, because I sort of got the idea when he posted his tiny car builds video, which is a really good video, so go watch it if you haven't already. There's some really interesting builds in there. But I sort of got the idea because all of the builds were pretty aesthetic looking, and they weren't all that good, all of the builds. So, like, do you have to compensate for the way that your build look in order to have a fully functional build? That is what I want to test. And I know this will be a very subjective test, because it's also sort of relying on how good I am with my gameplay and stuff. But we just want to test it out. And we also have all of these pre-built builds from when you buy packs and stuff, and we could go and try those as well, because there's like this Enigma pack, which in my opinion looks very good, but it's 3,300 power score with just 3 sledgehammers, and it doesn't even have like any radiators or anything. Then there's the Corrida pack, which is one single cricket on a Torero cabin. Also a very nice looking build, but is it any good? I don't think so, but we should test it out. And then we have the Last Aid, the Pandemic pack, which is also really nice. So I think I want to try out a few of these, and then just a few builds made by players and then see how they do. But why not start with this one? This one we have to rework just a tiny bit, because I don't have any of the Dawn's Children parts just yet, but I will make it so that it looks pretty much identical to this one, don't worry. But let's just start and see how things go, and let's test out this VAST 2107 V2 first. So let's assemble it and get straight into the queue. Alright, we got our first game, and I already hear the first problem, because do you hear the sound of the exhaust pipe scraping? Now that is the first real issue with this build, because that will definitely slow us down and probably be an issue when we turn and stuff like that, so we have to watch out for this. But first off, let's just try to see if we can like get a hold of where our teammates wants to go, because they are everywhere at the moment. I think we got some fun down here. What should we do? Pretty good hits there. Oh no, that's can't. Oh, it's just about. It should be okay. Stupidly bad hits there though. A few good hits as well. So in a build like this with rockets, you probably can do okay, because you can keep some distance to the enemy, which means that you don't have to get all up in their face and risk losing all of your weapons. So that is a good thing. And let's just grab that kill assist. Good stuff. Now where is the rest of the enemy? We already lost 3 mates, but I think that's because a lot of people went full solo. Oh no, we are being struck from somewhere. The dude down there. We lost our front end already, and our cabin is pretty exposed, but we got quite a lot of structure, and pretty much all of our team is dead, I just realized. So we're probably not gonna do all that well in this battle. There goes another one, so we just got 2 left. None of those hit. And there goes the last one. So it's basically us versus 3 at the moment. And as you can see, they can just strip our weapons now. Yep, there goes one. And there goes the other. So a build like this, especially when your teammates go suicide. Oh wow, he is super toxic, isn't he? In a build like this, you will just lose your weapons so easily when you're being targeted. Oh god, I'm sorry guys. I'm so sorry for that dude talking. But I guess the moral with this build is, guns like this, it's no good. It's a good looking build, but you can't really do any good in it. Well, that brings us to the next build here. And there we go. Like, I feel like this will not make the entire difference whether this build will be a success or not. And then we just gotta cover up the rear here, because it had a bomber right there, but we don't have one that we can throw on ourselves, because we don't have 3 spike bombers yet. So let's go for something like this, which is I guess that this is okay. The profile is evenly high, so that makes up for it. We should be good with just that, and then I don't want to bother with painting all of the parts, so let's just go for some weird color scheme here. We got the permafrost painting, looks good. There we go. So this build is still pretty aesthetic in my opinion. Like, we have the guns pretty well protected, but it still looks good. So let's see if this can do any better in battle than compared to the other build. So we got a fight here, and we got three pierces, and then we got a radiator underneath, together with our fuel tanks, which is also a necessity on most builds, because you want to get your fuel as quickly as possible. You can't really hit any of these dudes. Oh, we can hit this one. And hit the hover dude there as well. And using spikes, so we don't want to mess with him all that much. Good stuff. We got the first kill at least. Oh no. Just being rammed there by the bot. It doesn't like me, it seems. Do we have some enemies down here? Oh, we got one there. Let's just go for William. See if we can get these weapons. There we go. I really like the pierces, because they can just output so much damage in such a short period of time. Really a good weapon. A bit boring to go for bot kill here though, but we're gonna do it, because why not? There we go, and then we got some enemies over here. Oh, and we got a... Oh no, did he hit us? He hit a wheel. That is not good, because we only got 4. Now that is the next... Wow, we didn't even lose it. That's pretty amazing actually. Strip his weapons as well. Oh, he's... Oh no. Good, get away. Good! Okay, we survived that okay. But as you can see here, we took a executioner shot to the face there, pretty much. And we did lose some ammo. But we also still have all of our weapons. So far, this is working out okay for us as built that deals pretty good damage and hits quite hard, but we actually kept our weapons, which is really nice. So a build like this, where you get to a decent size, in my opinion, it is possible, and I'm not gonna play anymore because this one is pretty much a perfect interpretation of what many people go for if they want to go for a cosmetic build that also works well. A will protected front. If you throw weapons to the front, you will lose them quickly because a lot of like cannon shots and stuff like that will always hit you here. So go for the back. But this one does the job okay, so use this sort of as a reference if you want to create a decently looking build with weapons and stuff. But you don't want to go for something like this, because this is just performs too poorly. As soon as you're going to be targeted, you will lose your weapon, so I wouldn't go for anything that looks like something like this. It's a nice looking build indeed, and it's a fun looking build, but you won't get any like big scores and stuff. You want to go for something like this if you want aesthetics. Let's just overwrite this one so we keep that one. Good stuff. But then we have the packs that you can buy, because the designers here, as you can see, these are designed just for the looks. The Corrida front here, or the Torero front, don't even remember the name. Where is it? There we go. The Corrida nose cut fits perfectly with the Torero cabin. But is it any good? And I think you know the answer to that one already, because it's a 4,000 power score build, and it has just one single cricket and 2 ammo boxes. So as soon as we go into battle, the same thing will happen that happened with this one. We will be stripped of our only cricket. But what about this one? Because it has 3 sledgehammers and 3,400 power score, so it could actually be a decent build. So let's go ahead and try that one and see. Now, the one thing that bothers me the most about this build is that we are at 3,500 power score almost. And we have 3 sledgehammers. We haven't got a single radiator, we haven't got a chameleon, and we haven't got any armor, so to say. We have 500 hit points, so a perfectly placed triple cannon shot will pretty much take us out. I'm not even sure if you can bring... I think if you go for a cabin and a gas generator and then 3 Avengers, you can actually get 3 cannons almost at this power score. Don't quote me on it because I'm not sure, but this build can be taken down quite quickly. A cricket salvo to the cabin will also kill us quite fast. I think a cricket can deal somewhere around 100 damage to the cabin for each missile shot. We also already lost the first butt. And there that goes the other butt, so we're not looking good here already. I think you can say that much. And the enemy holds the middle there, so not really sure what we should do right now. That dude seems sort of wounded. Like, where are they gonna come from? This is so random. But this is the way that you guys have to play when you're playing with a build like this, because as soon as we're gonna get hit, we're gonna die. And hey, Saitla, thank you for the support, brother. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad, boys. Like, see that? We're gonna get stripped here. Oh shoot, there's a lot of enemies here. I'm just being swamped by butts. And as you can see, okay, we did get swamped there by 4 people, but I hope you sort of get the point. Should we do just one more and just to hopefully clarify the point a bit more? We won though, because they didn't really feel like protecting, which is very, very weird. The final game has begun, and I think I can already say that this one won't be all that good either, because the biggest issue about the pandemic pack here is the fact that it doesn't use all of the energy that is available through this build. The hot rod cabin is a total of 10 points, and we're using just 5 of those points, so we're literally missing 5 points worth of weaponry or hardware or whatever you want to use. So indeed not the best, but can we do anything with it though? Because wow, why am I driving like that? Oh well, what I was trying to say is that can we do anything just with one weapon? And should you fill out all of your energy The answer to that question is yes, you always want to do that. You always want to use the energy that you have available, because this amount of energy is not good. Spending just 5 out of 10, you could have just went for a white cabin or even the starter cabin and not spent as many points on wasted energy. Oh wow, he's shooting back actually. Let's see if we can support our team from up here. I actually think we can do decently in this one, because he's just trying to hit us while our mates are trying to hit him. And the reason that I'm staying up here, I know that a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, you should go help your team, but like the epic auto cannon here gains additional damage the higher or the greater the distance the greater your distance is towards the enemy. So if we are next, oh shoot, they lost pretty much. Like, I can't even go over that cliff. This is not good. This is definitely not good. I should have gone down there. Oh well, we gotta drive there, but I think we can take him because he was on fire already. So just don't want to flip here. Which, oh shoot, we just barely saved that one. Good stuff. Okay, so he went for the kill here. Oh, there he is. Now, okay, he died, but again, look at the points that we've gotten. 154. 154 points is no good. So a build like this, yes, it looks very good, and the devs do a really good job with all of these cosmetic parts. But in the end, you're not gonna get far with something like this. That looks good. It's a fun, nice little looking car, but you want something like this if you want an aesthetically pleasing build. Now, the most optimal thing would probably be like, you know, something like this. And yes, it looks cool. And it's not even a good build, other good build. It is partially like cabin mounted, I think. Yep, that's a cabin right there. But the weapons are still so exposed. So if you want a perfectly good build that will just do good. Do I even have any examples? Because I'm always going for aesthetically pleasing builds. Then you want something where the weaponry is hidden. Like this build, for instance, my quad sledgehammer has some very, very well protected guns. But in my opinion, it's not a really good looking build. I tried to make it look good, but you can do way better. But the more you go for looks, the less your build is going to perform, probably. Anyways, this was just to say Merry Christmas and talk about aesthetically pleasing looking builds. And I hope you sort of get the point that I'm trying to make. I know that this hasn't been all that clear, but it is hard to define because it sort of relies on the way that I play, my playstyle, how good I am, and what I find to be aesthetically pleasing. But anyways, I hope you sort of get the point. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And until next time, have an awesome day. Bye.